can't do research with people with profound intellectual and multiple disabilities because research is inherently intellectual and they are a demographic defined by their lack of intellectual capacity, then maybe it is good enough to just do research about them and for them and alongside them. And those of you who've known me since before I did the PhD will know me to be somebody who really enjoys reading research into profound intellectual and multiple disability, and I've been reading it for a long time to inform the work I do at the sensory projects. And so within the thesis I got to read a load more, and it's glorious stuff. There's really, really valuable work being done. And so is it enough? Is that the end point, that you can't do it with them, so this is good enough and it is great what is done? And so I was wrestling with that question, and you think, well, there's a fairness to including them. If we're trying to include everybody else, it doesn't feel fair to not include them. And then that message from inclusive research that there is added value, like maybe it would be really fruitful to include them. Like, what added value would they bring to research, and what could it be like the next step in that journey of inclusive research to include people with profound intellectual and multiple disabilities meaningfully in the research process? So ultimately I was drawn to evaluate the worth of that next step, not through fairness or fruitfulness, but just through a basic recognition of their existence. There's Wordsworth included people with profound disabilities in his Epiphanies, and there's a commentator who is asking why, Trilling is asking why would he put these people in his work, and he concludes that it's because they forcibly exist as human beings. And you think, yeah, that I really love the power of that sentiment. Reindeer says that people with profound disabilities can be understood as the rule of what it means to be a human instead of the exception. And Vorhaus points out their belonging in humanity. Excluding them risks a narrow account, not just of disability, but of human experience. Their presence as a part of our society, a part of our humanity, a part of our construction of meaning is undeniable. They are just a fact. So seeking the inclusion of people with intellectual capacities different to our own is not just a sentimental move. People with profound intellectual and multiple disabilities present significant challenge to the belief in human equality. And whilst their inclusion yields a moral fairness and an epistemic fruitfulness, its justification can be found in a recognition of their existence as ontological fact. If we want our theories, methods, models to be complete, we must recognise within them the fundamental belonging of all people, including those with profound intellectual and multiple disabilities. And so the task of my research was to figure out how to do that.